Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo. We return here for the Sunday evening edition this June 28th. Wow, June 28th, 2026. We pick up where we left off. Actually, I got a couple from 1957, but I apologize for being late. I had to rush down and get some rigatoni, and my mother made some rigatoni and some chicken thing, and there was some vegetables and whatnot, so I gulped that down, and I am up here. I had to do some last-minute things. My eyes are tearing here. Need to put those drops in. But welcome to the we'll say 50s and early 60s edition on this Sunday evening here. We'll be here till about 12 o'clock or so, and want to welcome you to the program. Had a great turnout last night, and we opened up. That kind of reminds me of Link Ray. That sound, if anybody knows that tune, okay, opened up this Sunday edition with Pat and the Satellites is the name of the group, and it came out on Atco Records. This was recorded November 28th, 1958, released in December of that year. It was called Jupiter C. Kind of reminded me of, did anybody ever hear of the Jupiter 2? Do you know what the Jupiter 2 is? From Lost in Space. But anyway, that's called Jupiter C. I think this was recorded, though, somewhere else. And I think the master probably, sold or leased to Atco Records. That's what I think. I think it's from Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken. It's interesting because disc jockey Dick Biondi gets one of the writer credits on this. And he was working, I think at the time of this release, at the time of this December 58 release, he was working at WKBW up in Buffalo before he would leave to Chicago, and I think that was in 60 to WLS in 1960. So supposedly saxophonist here, Clyde Dickerson, who was also a writer, he was playing sax on this, and they supposedly replaced his sax playing with that of King Curtis. So I don't know what that is. Now, Pat Otis, also a member of this group, playing some instrument. Pat is the Pat in the Satellite. Pat in Pat and the Satellites. Otis Antonelli also gets writer credit, probably a member of the band too. This did chart also, number 81 on Billboard, number 5 though on WMCK in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from December 58. Jupiter C on Atco by Pat and the Satellites. Well, without further ado, welcome everybody to the Sunday night show. This is the only place you can see it on YouTube. We're going to open up the vocal portion here with this great group out of Brooklyn, New York. First recording for as the Ivories on the Jaguar label back in 1956. Now, the group included Dave Cole, James Coney, John Earl Jackson, Joe Shiloh, and lead singer Johnny Hicks. Then in 1957, Dave Cole and John Earl Jackson, they would leave that group, the Ivories, and they added a female to the group by the name of Lucy Sedeno, and they would change their name to the Love Notes, and they signed with Danny Robinson's Holiday record label. This is the B-side of their first of two on Holiday. The A-side was the group's biggest hit, and the biggest hit for the label was called United. But this is the flip side here, a great two-sided 45. My Aunt Mary really loved this tune. It features Johnny Hicks on lead. Our opener from May 1957, the vocal here, The Love Notes with Tonight. Here you go, The Love Notes.
If the stars are gonna shine, oh, if you're gonna be mine, yeah, tonight, it has to happen, darling, tonight. Oh, this love will be true, yeah, will you say I do? Oh, tonight, it has to happen, darling, tonight. Believing to go
folks. There you go. Listen, memories of my Aunt Mary on that record a lot. There's certain records that just trigger a memory for Johnny G. That is one of them. I like that tune there. Those are the Love Notes. That is the B-side to their first of two for Danny Robinson's Holiday Records out of New York City, May 1957. Tonight is the name of the tune. That's Johnny Hicks on lead. Just a great record, great New York City sound to listen to. You never get tired of the music. No, I never do. Anyway, let us continue here. And we start with the requests here. I do have my Collector Corner record is from 1963 tonight. And I think it's still a rare record. It always has been a rare record, I think. I don't know. But let us, and got some requests. I got some comparisons. I got some bonus picks, and then got your requests. This is a request here. Okay, this is actually a flip side request for Daddy Cool, who was in our YouTube chat room. Now, last week I featured a tune for him, The Coasters, their third release for the Atco label, a song called Searchin'. I'm searching for those records, yes. And it was a two-sided hit for the Coasters. Daddy Cool also requested the flip side of the 45. And this time a trio of writers on this side. It was only Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller on the flip side there with Searchin'. Doc Pomus was part writer on this tune here. It features Carl Gardner on lead. This charted number 15 on Cashbox, number 8 on the Billboard chart, number 2 on the R&B chart, and this was a number 1 record with too many places to list, but lots of places in the country also had this as number 1 from March 1957. Here are the Coasters on the Atco label. For Daddy Cool in our YouTube chat room, it's called Young Blood. Here you go, Daddy Cool, for you.
I saw her standing on the corner, a yellow ribbon in her hair. I couldn't keep myself from shouting, look there.
Look at there.
Look at there. Look at there. Young blood. Young blood. Tell me about it. Young blood. I can't get you out of my mind. I took one look and I was fractured. I tried to walk but I was lame. I tried to talk but I just stuttered. Why, what's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name? What's your name? Young blood. Young blood. Young blood. I can't get you out of my mind. What crazy stuff. She looked so tough. I had to follow her all the way home. Then things went bad. I met her dad. He said, "You better leave my daughter alone." Well, I couldn't sleep a wink for trying. I saw the rising of the sun, and all night long my heart was crying. Why, you're the one.
Y'all the one.
You're the one. You're the one. Young blood. Oh, young blood. Young blood. I can't get you out of my mind. Young blood. Oh, young blood. Young blood. I can't get you out of my mind.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Daddy Cool. That is the sound of the Coasters there. And all right, we'll talk about this first. Young Blood is the name of the tune from March 1957 on the Atco record label. That's going out to Daddy Cool. I know I have some Young Bloods that are tuned into the program or tune in either live or tune in on the archive or whatever, and that's what we want. We want young blood to come in here to the program to hopefully liking this music here. You know, I think it was it the other day somebody was asking me about 45 versus 78. I mean, they need to teach that. I need to give a course in some of the high schools and tell them what a 45 is. They're going to say that's a gun, okay, or a 78 or an LP. How about a 33? How about a 16? Okay, how about somebody asked me if I have 16. So Charlene is asking about the color. It's the way the whatever I wear and my hat and the background, the camera does like an automatic thing. It doesn't do it for the 45, so it's how the light, this ridiculous light here, comes in. I have to change the lighting here. Listen, I can't get the time to even go and do a stress test, let alone. I get enough stress as it is. I should pass with flying colors, but that's the reason why the color's different. If I wear a lighter shirt, you get more of a natural look. When it's when it's a darker color, and especially at nighttime, you get like funky things. So anyway, it kind of gives it like a, you know how they did The Godfather? It was kind of like all in like a brown hue. Well, think of it. See when I move this, it kind of changes. You see, that's because of the light. But see when I do that. So anyway, that's the reason. Okay, let us continue here. We are in the 1958 block. That is the biggest block on for the evening tonight. And we're going to do a little bit of a comparison here. I thought of this, and we'll see. We're going to compare a record from 1958 and then a cover of the tune in 1961. Okay, the second one I got a little bit to talk about because this singer he did a lot during his career. But anyway, up first is a request for listener Davey Hecht in Vermont, and you all know this group from the Bronx, New York, one of the earliest interracial rock and roll quintets, we'll call it, and would meet up with Don Carter in New York City. Now, he was the talent agent for Don Robey's Duke Peacock Records out of Houston, Texas. A lot of these labels had offices set up in the large cities to look for talent back in the late 1950s. And he signed the group, and their debut single, you may know, was a song called Tell Me Why. Okay, came out on Backbeat Records. This was the follow-up. Okay, so we're first going to we'll hear the original, but then from March of 58, it's Buddy Lucas and the orchestra. Of course, it's by Norman Fox and the Rob Roys. We're going to follow it up with a release from July of 1961 for this singer from Pittston. I don't have it up there yet, but I'm going to tell you about it. From Pittston, Pennsylvania. And he was born April 20th, 1932, started as a disc jockey on WPTS in Pittston. Then in 1957, he cut his first record, which I've never seen before, on the El Dorado label as Jerry Grant, but it is a legitimate release. That's Bill Buchanan's label, El Dorado label. And then another followed a year later on the Atco label. With his next release, which was also on Atco, he would record under his real name. Of course, that was Jerry Granahan. In late 1957, he and his friend Dave Aldred, he was a drummer for the Rhythm Orchids. Of course, you know the Rhythm Orchids from Buddy Knox and also Jimmy Bowen. Well, he was the drummer. They were inspired to write a song on the rhythm made on the wheels of a subway train. You probably know what I'm talking about. And wrote a song called Click Clack. Now, Dick Clark of American Bandstand heard the demo and liked it and wanted them to put it out on his new label that he was part owner of, that he would have to divest later on when he was investigated, but that was Swan Records. So it became, I think, the first release on Swan Records, number 4001, okay, under the name, another alias of Dickie Do and the Don'ts. Now, after 3 singles, he continued to pursue a solo career. I'm telling you, this guy did a lot of stuff, okay? He continued to pursue a solo career, signing with Sunbeam Records. You know, No Chemise, Please. That was a hit for him, like a pop rock and roll thing. Then he helped a band called The Fireflies. He was a member of an instrumental group originally. They had three singles. I think 3 singles on Roulette Records. I think they recorded for Roulette Records at the time. And then he kind of left the group for a solo career. Okay, and oh wait, I messed up. Okay, after Dickie Do, wait, no, Sunbeam, the Fireflies, he signed a Roulette, and then he got Richie Adams to come in and take his place. So it was like Richie Adams and the Fireflies, and he produced those records on the Ribbon label. He wrote for the group, wrote and produced their releases, but he still continued with his own efforts with 6 releases on Sunbeam, 2 on the Gone label, and 3 on Canadian American. Then in 1960, he was getting tired of all this. He said, I can't do all this stuff. Too much. I can't take it anymore. So from his live performances, composing, producing, and all those different acts, he decided to form his own record label. He called it Caprice Records, and promoting all the acts and whatnot for the label. But in 1961, he also had a couple of releases, okay, on the label. And we're going to listen to his second one. I'm going to play them consecutively. His second release, which is a cover of this Norman Fox and the Rob Roy's tune. Now, the backing vocals on that are Fred Paris, Wes Forbes, Lou Peoples. They were members of a group called the Wildwoods that recorded for the Caprice label. And also Freddie Milano, I think, was from the Belmonts. He was in there with those guys. So we're going to follow up Norman Fox and the Rob Roys with Jerry Granahan from July 61, a record that charted number 61 on WATT in Trenton, New Jersey, with Dance Girl Dance. So there you go after that long-winded thing. But he had, and then forget it. Then you're going to go into the 1960s and 70s with him, but we're not talking about that. But let's give a listen to a request for Davy Hecht in Vermont. It's Norman Fox and the Rob Roys. It's called Dance Girl Dance. Here you go, Davy, for you.
Dance, girl, dance. And while you're dancing, why not dance into romance? The boys all looking at you, staring in a trance. Go on and dance, girl, dance. Swing, girl, swing. You swinging thing, you, when you start to sing, you find yourself a guy and wedding bells will ring. Go on and swing, girl, swing. Swing, girl, swing. My heart is like a symphony. Its melody is haunting me. I hear a sound, I turn around, and then your feet go off the ground. My heart just sits in splendor, like a love song, sweet and tender. Oh, hey, little girl, don't you know I'm never gonna let you go? Why, girl, why? Can't you believe that every star that fills the sky is just a portion of the tears that fill my eyes? Oh, when you dance, girl, dance. Girl, dance. Go! My heart is like a symphony. Its melody is haunting me. I hear a sound, I turn around, and then your feet go off the ground. My heart just sits in splendor, like a love song, sweet and tender. Oh, hey, little girl, don't you know I'll never ever let you go? Why, girl, why? Can't you believe that every star that fills the sky is just a portion of the tears that fill my eyes? Oh, when you dance, girl, dance, girl, dance. Boom, 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 till you walk. Boom, 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 boom. Dance, girl, dance.
surrender. I like a love song sweet and tender. Hey little girl, don't you know I'm never gonna let you go? Why, girl, why? Can't you believe that every star that fills the sky is just a portion of the tears that fill my eyes? Oh, when you dance, girl, dance. Dance, girl, dance. Come on and dance.
Okay, folks, there you go. That's 1961. The cover tune there, as done by Jerry Granahan from July 1961. You heard that at the end said, oh, wait a minute, they sound like the Belmonts. But no, that was Freddie Milano at the end there, and also the other guys that were part of the Wildwoods backing him up on that. And that's his label, Caprice Records. That's Jerry Granahan. Prior to that, you heard the original version. Came out in March of 1958. Norman Fox and the Rob Roys, their follow-up to Tell Me Why, song entitled Dance Girl Dance. That one there on the Backbeat record label. Johnny G's back is, no, it's not hurting me. I like this chair. And I got a insurance on this chair in case something happens. Usually these chairs only last a little bit, but well, you know, it's got a lot of weight on it. So and I'm up here a lot now doing all these shows. But let us continue now, and let's fill a request for Record Ralph in Syracuse. Okay, and this gal, she was born in originally in Bamberg, South Carolina, but she would relocate to Harlem, New York, and in 1956 she became a member of the Hearts, the girl group The Hearts, that recorded for Baton Records. But she would go solo in 1957 with releases on J&S Records, of course, that label owned by Zell Sanders, who really mentored her, okay, both as a member of the Hearts and also on her solo releases. And then in 1958, she would sign with Donald Shaw's Neptune Records out of Newark, New Jersey. And, of course, her name, Justine Baby Washington. And Ralph requested her first of 7 releases on the Neptune record label from August of 1958. It's a great tune. And it's talking about things that we wish we had more of sometimes. This is Baby Washington on the Neptune label, going out to Record Ralph in Syracuse. The song is called The Time. Here you go, Ralph, for you.
Now the time
Okay, that's going out to listener Record Ralph in Syracuse, the great sound of Baby Washington. Baby Washington on Donald Shaw's Neptune Records, August 1958 release, a record they used to play quite a bit here on New York radio in the early 1970s. Used to hear this a lot. CBS FM, Norman Knight. It's been played on New York radio. No more. Maybe Donald McGee is still in where you are in Philadelphia. I bet you it is. But there you go, Baby Washington with the song called The Time. Now, for you collectors out there, check your copies on this. Although I didn't play the very first press because this plays a tad better than the true first press. Now, the first press of this, okay, is supposed to say C. Shaw Publishing and have an address on it. Okay, it's supposed to say looks like 168 Prince Street in Newark, New Jersey, versus just this one I think just says Newark, I think. Okay, and it's got like different publishing, added publishing. Okay. Yeah, Newark, New Jersey. It's got, and this has like Dara music added. Oh, Dara and Patricia. Patricia, who's Patricia? What's that? Patricia was that Roulette? What, we got the organized crime guys getting in charge with this? The other one, yeah, C. Shaw's on both sides of the original. So whatever happened, that record probably started to get lots of airplay, and therefore everybody has their hand in the pot. You know, it's not good to put your hand in a pot. Remember I told you the story about the Count putting his hand in Johnny G's pot? I said, you don't do that. I'm looking at, don't let anybody, if you're at a record show and you're looking at, you know, one of the white boxes and you're going through them and you're like the first, especially if you're the first one there. So I'm looking through when it was crammed. I mean, it was crammed at this guy's thing. So you had to like rush there, and I say, I'm looking at this box. So all of a sudden, this hand comes over like this and going into the box to take a handful of, I said, what are you doing? He says, I want to look at some records. I said, you want to look at the records? I said, I'm looking in the box. He says, but you're going to take all the good ones. I said, well, that's just tough luck. I got here earlier. You were over there dabbling around. I was here. You're not going to come into my territory. So, and that was the Count that did that. I said, what makes you feel you can put your hand in my box? Okay, who told you to do that? I told him, no, get out of here, is what I did. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here. Let us continue here. And we are in the 1958 block. Let us do a flip side request, this time for Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. Last week, I featured Sam Cooke on the Keen label, a song called Almost in Your Arms, and my copy said Love Song from Houseboat. That was for Colin, listener in South Africa. Now, Oldies fan wants Johnny G to flip the 45 over, a tune written by Sam's younger brother. His L.C. Cook was his name. He wrote this tune. It charted number 71 on Cashbox, 22 on Billboard, and this was a number one record on WYLD in New Orleans, WUST in Bethesda, Maryland, and WJLB in Detroit. A number one record from July 1958. Here is Mr. Sam Cooke on the Keen label, going out to Joseph Smith in our YouTube chat room. It's called Win Your Love for Me. Here you go, Joe, for you.
Some miracle
like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That's a great sound there, Mr. Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke on the Keen record label, Keen Records, from July 1958, Win Your Love for Me. That was actually the intended A-side of that record. Last week we played the Almost in Your Arms for Colin in South Africa. Anyway, but there you go. The great Sam Cooke. Let us continue in 1958. Here's a bonus track, a flip side bonus track that Johnny G added. And this is last week we featured the flip of this for listener David Vielma in our YouTube chat room. This girl group from the Bronx, New York, they were known as the Fawns, and featured the side called Come On, parentheses, and Love Me, was the jump side, featured Cleo Baker on lead. She also previously was the lead singer for a group called the Crystaliers that recorded for Johnson, and also Cleo and the Crystaliers that recorded for the Cindy label. But the flip side is a great ballad, and here are the Fawns on the ABC Paramount subsidiary Apt Records, a bonus flip side from Johnny G, October 58, the Fawns with Until I Die. Here you go, the Fawns. Bonus tracks here for a Saturday evening. Those are the Fawns. The Fawns from October 1958. That one there on Apt Records, Until I Die. That is Cleo Baker on lead for that one. And I won that in a long time ago, $10 from John Tefteller Auction. Threw in a bid for $10. He must have had multiple copies of the record maybe at the time. I don't know. But that's when I won it a long time ago. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener Luis Carlos Firmino. Okay, requested this group from Fort Lee, New Jersey, their debut single. And the group at this time included Tom Austin, Bill Crandall, Billy Dalton, and Bob Gaudio. Now, collectively, they were known as the Royal Teens. Now, the record was first issued in November of 1957, came out on Lee Rogers, Lee Silver, and Monty Bruce's Power Records, a label out of New York City, but the master would be purchased by ABC Paramount Records that released it nationally, okay, and for national distribution. Now, the group, the song written by the drummer for the group, that's Tommy Austin, and also the pianist of the group was Bob Gaudio. Now, the other members also played instruments. Billy Dalton was on guitar, and Bill Crandall was on the sax. Now, the chick you hear in it, they were not, listen, girls were called chicks back then. I don't know. I don't think in the 70s, you didn't call girls chicks. I don't know if they would like that name now. Well, I don't know if you can call them chicks nowadays, but anyway. But the girl you hear on this is Diana Lee Costello, and this was a big hit for the group, was number 3 on Billboard and Cashbox, number 2 on the R&B charts. So by request for Luis Carlos Firmino, I'm playing the ABC Paramount issue of it. It plays better than my Power release from January of 1958. Here are the Royal Teens. And do we have any of the ladies in the chat room that are wearing these? The song is called Short Shorts. Here you go, Louis. Here you go, Louis, for you, Short Shorts.
Man, dig that crazy chick.
Who wears short shorts?
We wear short shorts.
There's such short shorts.
We like short shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
We wear short shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
We wear short shorts.
There's such short shorts.
We like short shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
We wear short shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
We wear short shorts.
There's such short shorts.
We like short shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
We wear short shorts.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Luis Carlos Firmino, the sound of the Royal Teens. Royal Teens there on ABC Paramount Records, January 1958 release. Song entitled Short Shorts is the name of the tune. I don't know if they, well, they went from short, maybe they should sing a song called Thongs. Maybe they can make up a song about thongs now, because that's a little bit shorter than short shorts, I would say. but not for the people that grew up listening to this music. Anyway, let us continue here for a Saturday. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. This is really our fourth show of the week, and I was here Wednesday at 9 p.m. here on YouTube and Oldies and More. That was my soul show. And then Bill Olb did a great guest spot here on Thursday. And then I was here last night for the first part of the 50s. 1952, I think I started with. We ended with 58. We picked up, 57. We picked up with one from 57. Here we are now in the 58 block. And I'll be back next Wednesday. So if you do have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com, and please consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube page. It's very important for the copyright police so they don't attack me. But let us continue now. Let's fill a request now for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room, and he requested this group from Harlem, New York. Initially, they were friends. I think they started together at Cooper Junior High School in Harlem, and the group included Noel Grant, Adam Jackson, Lenny McKay, and Leo Vincent and Jimmy Smith. Collectively, they were known as the Jesters. Now, they signed with Paul Winley's Winley label in 1957, and David requested the last single of the original members of the group. This was the last song that they put out of the original members that started from 1957, and this is on the Winley subsidiary Cyclone Records, which was owned by Paul Winley's wife, only in paper, though. You spread the wealth around, I guess. But it's a great two-sided 45. My aunt liked both sides of this record. Now, David requested the intended A-side, okay, which is the ballad side. Now, it features Lenny McKay on lead. Let's go to June of 1958 for this release. The Jesters on Cyclone Records. It's called Now That You're Gone. Here you go, David, for you.
Now that you're gone, I sit in my window and cry. The memories I had of you.
Okay, they like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That is a great sound of the Jesters. The flip side, a great up-tempo song entitled I Laugh. I'm going to have to play that to open up the program for next Sunday evening. But that one there going out to listener David Vielma. Those are the Jesters. That is Lenny McKay on lead, June 1958, on Cyclone Records. Now that you're gone is the name of the tune. John G ain't going yet. Okay, I should come back. I should leave at midnight and then come back at 4 a.m. and see how many I get from over in Europe. Well, they'll listen. I know they will. Every time I would come on late hour to check something, I ended up getting people automatically. It just happens with YouTube. There's so many people on YouTube anyway. But I got to thank all the new listeners that have come into this show. Really much appreciate. And in your emails, I received some really nice emails from the show last night. Thank you all for those. Let us continue here now. We're still in 1958 here, and this is a flip side request for listener Record Hound Darren. Last Sunday featured a group from New Orleans, Huey Piano Smith and the Clowns. Their fourth release on Johnny Vincent's Ace label, a song called "Don't You Just Know It," and that was for Jessica that we played that 45 for. Now, Huey Smith, first recording for Ace Records in the fall of 1956 with his group called the Rhythm Aces. With their next release, the group would become the Clowns. And they had 16 releases on the label through 1963. And this side, written by Huey Smith and label owner Johnny Vincent, it features Bobby Marchand is on lead. And this is for a Darren Record Hound from January 1958. Here are Huey Smith and the Huey Piano, I think he's on this one. Yeah. Huey Piano Smith and the Clowns on Ace Records. And this is what Johnny G has. And I take medication for this. It's called high blood pressure. Here you go, Record Hound, for you. Huey Piano Smith and the Clowns. Here we go.
I get a high blood pressure when you call my name. I get a high blood pressure when you call my name. I get a high blood pressure, well, baby, when you call my side. Yes, I get a high blood pressure when you by my side. I get a high blood pressure when you speak to me. I get a high blood pressure, I can hardly see. Oh, I get a high blood pressure, yeah, baby, when you're in my arms. Yes, I get a high blood pressure when you're in my arms. My eyes get to jumping up and down in pain. My heart just to jumping up and down, it's a strain. Shivering up and down my spine, it's true. My face started sweating and it's all because of you. I get a high blood pressure, I'm your man. Oh yeah.
go. Scratchy Records. I have a nice mint copy somewhere. I can't find it. Somewhere. Listen, I'm getting organized, folks. I am. January 1958 release there, going out to Record Hound Darren. That's Huey Piano Smith and the Clowns on Johnny Vincent's Ace Records. What I say, their fourth release on Ace Records. High Blood Pressure is the name of the tune. Not everybody our age takes blood pressure medication. My father's 95. He doesn't take any. He'd never had it. I had it. But I get so much aggravation as it is anyway. I have to take 3 pills. I have to take something called Atenol, which kind of, I think it lowers my heart rate, was one. And then I take another one called Norvasc. I think that's what it's called. But with that medication, it was causing issues. It was that actually makes you retain water, so your ankles would sweat. But I've taken it a long time. It continues, and now that I'm less mobile, it's worse. So I have to take like one of those that water pill, that hydro something. It's not Lasix. It's the other one, and so you got to be careful with these medications. I'm trying to think what the other one is that I take. I take one more. I just can't think of it. But anyway, my pressure is good. When I lost the weight, it went. I should probably be off of them. But anyway, Johnny G always gets high blood pressure. Okay, aggravation is the key for blood pressure. Anyway, I babble on here. Let us continue. We got another one from 1958. This is actually a bonus track here. Okay. As we go to Philadelphia now, this is on Artie Singer's Singular label. And some of you may be familiar with the Singular label. You might own a copy of the first press of Danny and the Juniors at the Hop. Well, originally it was on a label called Singular Records. Doesn't look like this label logo, though. But At the Hop was first on this label. But Artie Singer must have made a deal with Leonard Chess to press these up, because this record is distributed by Chess Records. Now, the group is called The Tops. We're going to play another group called The Tops, probably right after the next record. But I like this record. I picked this up. It was interesting. I was buying, Mike Layton introduced me to someone by the name of Ed Sokol, and he bought a house up the line in Katona, New York. So I would go there every Friday. I would go there. I was working in White Plains at the time. So they were fixing up this house to sell. That's what these two guys did. So in the basement, there were thousands of records. Okay. And so I would have to get up on a ladder and look through, and it were all 60s stuff. So I should have bought more. I made a mistake. I left some things there, and you learn from your mistakes. So anyway, he said, you can't go in that room. I was like, can't go in that room. Okay, because I sell records to Rich Rosen. I said, really? I says, you selling records to Rich Rosen? But I haven't dealt with him in a while. So I says, okay. So I go one day, and he has about, I think there are 6 records, and they're around elastic bands. So the first one I see is the True Tones on chart on top. That's one on top. Then I think there was 11 Roses by the Wrens. There was, I think there was one of the Paragons or Jesters, and this record was there, this Tops record. And he goes, I was saving these for Rich Rosen, but I don't want to deal with him. So he said, you can have these for $30. So I says, all right, I'll take them. I don't have the True Tones on chart. Okay, so I took them, and this record was in there. So I said it was kind of a deal, I guess I got from Ed Sokol many, many years ago. But that's how I got this record, and it's a bonus pick tonight from March of 1958. Here are the Tops on Singular Records. It's called An Innocent Kiss. Here are the Tops.
My, oh my, oh my, an innocent kiss. That's what it was meant to be. I just never dreamed what you do to me. My, oh my, oh my, an innocent kiss, one that I could leave or take. That was really what I thought. Oh, what a big mistake. I kissed your lips. I don't know what happened then. I only know that I'll never be the same again. I will never, ever understand how I ended up like this, so completely yours, from just an innocent kiss. I kiss your lips. I don't know what happened then. I only know I'll never be the same again. I will never, never understand how I ended up like this, so completely yours, from just an innocent
See, folks, they were making great music back in 1958. That's Johnny G's year. I was born in 1958, so a lot of my schoolmates are turning 68. I don't turn 68 till September, thank goodness. So it's not that far away as we keep on. You know, time goes faster when you're older. It does. And you got to, if you think back to all these years, I never thought it was funny because when I was, I was working every day, going into work, and I would hear these records from the 70s in the 80s and the 90s. I never thought of them as oldies. I just never did because I was listening. I thought I said, these are the oldies that I'm listening to. When you think of something from 1958, it's 68 years old already. That's like... Not that I want to talk about age, because remember, age is only a number. Health is everything. Health is everything, is what I say. But anyway, I hope you're digging on these tunes. You are, folks. Thank you. If you are, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. We continue here, and let's fill a request for Nat Papagallo as we move into 1959. Now, Nat, do you have an original of this record in your jukebox? I know Nat from when I used to work for a construction company, okay, in White Plains. So Nat used to come up and we used to talk records all the time. I sold him a lot of my doubles that Nat, I think he still has. But anyway, Nat Papagallo requested this rare 45 on the Munich label, okay? It's a label out of Hempstead, Long Island. And I have no information on the group. Frank, if you have any info on this group, I would be interested to know, Frank Gingaro. But this is a great two-sided 45, I say. And this is the intended B-side, which is a ballad. Okay, a lot of these presses play a little noisy because of the recycled vinyl. Somebody did mention it yesterday, which is good. Okay, recycled vinyl's not good. Records sent back to the record companies, they would melt down and repress the records. It's not pure vinyl, so it's got like little dots and things in it, and it kind of makes the record sound crappy. But we're going to play. This one is actually a decent copy. Came out in November of 1959. The group is called the Sport Tones. Okay, the Sport Tones on the Munich label, and the song is called In My Dreams, going out to Nat Papagallo in Naples, Florida. Here you go, Nat, for you.
You came back in my dream, strange as it seems in my dream. I still love you and hope that you love me. You came back in my dream, strange as it seems in my dream. I still love you and hope that you love me. Well, every night I held you tight, and you weren't there. And then I started searching most everywhere. You came back in my dream, strange as it seems in my dream. I still love you and hope that you love me. You came back.
I wonder if hold on a second here. Did I mess this up? This one's slightly off center. I don't know. Maybe I played the other one on that. I have 2 copies of that record. Maybe there's a reason why I have 2 copies. Even though that doesn't play bad, it is slightly off center. I agree. I should align. I need Darren here to show me how he centers his 45s with his finger there. I don't know how he does it. I can't do it. Anyway, there you go, Nat. That is for you. Those are the Sport Tones. Okay, the Sport Tones on Munich Records, the Bonnievilles label, also recorded on this Munich label. November 1959, the Sport Tones with In My Dreams for Nat Papagallo. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for Jessica Stanley. Okay, as this group is originally from Harlem, New York, and they were managed by Ronnie Mack. And some of you may know that name, Ronnie Mack. He was best known for writing a big #1 record for the Chiffons on the Laurie label, if you're familiar with a tune called He's So Fine. You know that record? Well, Ronnie Mack wrote that tune. And this group that I think he wrote both sides of this record too, by the way. The group includes Eddie Bonelli of Vernon Rivers, Moses Groves, Sylvia Peterson, who would later become a member of the Chiffons, and lead singer on this, his name was Little Jimmy Rivers. Collectively, they were known, well, at that time, they were first known as 4 B's and a G. Okay, 4 B's and a G. So when when Mac introduced them to Richard Barrett, okay, who was instrumental with them recording for Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone Records in Philadelphia. And Barrett suggested they change their name to the Tops, and that's what they did. Now, Jessica requested the intended B-side of their release, and it features Little Jimmy Rivers on lead and Sylvia Peterson. She is sharing vocals on this. You'll hear her. I think she comes in on this. But this is from March of 1959. Let's give a listen to the Tops. The Tops on the V-Tone label. It's going out to Jessica Stanley. It's called Say You Love Me. Here you go, Jessica, for you. Okay, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there going out to listener Jessica Stanley. Those are the Tops. Okay, not the same as the Tops you heard earlier with An Innocent Kiss. Okay, this one from March of 1959 with the original release on V-Tone Records. Say You Love Me is the name of the two. Now, V-Tone also released it as Little Jimmy and the Tops in 1959. I don't know, maybe it started getting some airplay. I don't know, but I showed you that copy, not in the greatest shape. But in 1961, DJs in the Philadelphia and Pittsburgh area started playing this record, and then I think they also performed on American Bandstand, so the record became in demand. So Caldwell put it out on his Len label. That was the yellow copy you saw. And then, I don't know, maybe somehow Dick Clark got involved with it, so it also came out on the Swan label, re-released in 1961. I think in October of that year for the Swan label. Maybe that was for national distribution, because Swan had pretty big distribution for their records. Okay, and Darrell Letts, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip it over, because when I listened to the Gus Gossard show, and I was a teenager at the time, and so he would play, I don't know if he played this side, but he definitely played the flip side. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to do an instant bonus track, although Daryl Letts asked for it. But this side is hopping this side, okay? So let's flip it over here. Okay, the song is called Puppy Love. Now, not Paul Anka's Puppy Love, a different type of puppy love. But this is the Tops, a.k.a. Little Jimmy Rivers on lead with the Tops. And this is the intended A-side. It's called Puppy Love. Here you go. Okay, now we got the scoop here on how that record really came about in 1961. Mr. Don Folletti in Johnny G's chat room says that Jerry Blavat was the one that broke that record, that got the teenagers asking for that tune there, and they put it out on the Swan label. Did not know that, Don. Thank you for that info. There you go. That is the A-side there. That's Little Jimmy Rivers and the Tops. I showed you all the different variations of that, but that's a true first press on Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone Records out of Philly from March 59. Puppy Love is the name of the tune. This is not puppy love for this music. This is monster love for this music as we continue here. And we are in the 1959 block. This is the last one from 59 as we fill a request for David Milfred in our YouTube chat. I don't know if you wanted me to send this one out to Amy King, because Amy likes the blues, okay? But this singer, blues singer and guitarist born in Shreveport, Louisiana, known for his work with Jimmy McCracklin and Little Brother Montgomery and Memphis. I guess you mean Slim, Charlene, not Slip, right? Memphis Slip, okay? And others. First recording for Tri-Light Records back in 1955. This is a release on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records out of Newark, New Jersey, a song that he co-wrote. His name is Lafayette Thomas. Lafayette Thomas from October 1959 on Savoy Records by request for David Milfred. The tune is called Please Come Back to Me. Here you go, Lafayette Thomas, for you, David Milford.
Please tell me, baby, why did you leave me this way? Oh, tell me, babe, why did you leave me this way? Well, you've been gone so long, I know you're going to stay. Please, pretty, pretty, pretty baby, please come back to me. Whoa, pretty, pretty baby, please come back to me. Well, come back to me, baby. I know that we can agree. Well, hurry, hurry, baby, please hurry home to me. Whoa, hurry, hurry, baby, please hurry home to me. Well, I'm coming in my trouble, yes, and ease my misery.
Okay, we got the blues here on a Sunday evening. I didn't say Saturday. Johnny, getting used to these Sunday things. That one there from October 1959 by request for David Milford in our YouTube chat. And we'll send that one out also to Amy King, who likes the blues. That's Lafayette Thomas is his name. That is on Savoy Records. It's called Please Come Back to Me is the name of the tune. I have a lot of blues records in the collection because I run labels like Savoy, okay, and other independent rhythm and blues labels had lots of blues records on them too. So they may be in my collection. I can't promise you everything on those labels, but I did buy those records when they were offered to me. I did, sometimes even expensive ones on the labels. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue. Let's move into 1960 now and fill a request for Gary Hendren in Alabama. This group is from Ithaca, New York. Ralph, you might have a copy of this from up Syracuse way, but this group is from Ithaca, New York, an interracial band called Little Bernie and the Blazers, okay? And this, let's see, Little Bernie is really Bernard Milton, and he wrote this tune, came out on Jerry Blaine's Josie label. Okay, this group would later go on to have two other releases as Little Bernie and the Cavaliers on Jove and also on the Ascot label. But I guess this is their debut single from July of 1960. Little Bernie and the Blazers on Josie Records for Gary Hendren. It's called My Love, I Have You. Here you go, Gary, for you.
Love
that one there going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama. That's on the Jerry Blaine's Josie record label out of New York City from July 1960. The group out of Ithaca, New York, they're called Little Bernie and the Blazers. My Love, I Have You is the name of that tune, and that is Bernard Milton, the lead singer on that one. Johnny G's your Sunday night disc jockey. We're only on YouTube. That's the only place you can get Johnny G. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy what you're hearing. Here's another bonus track that I added here, as this group is from Branford, Connecticut. And speaking of Connecticut, Karen Efron did a wonderful job today with Frank and Gordon on the R&B Serenade. Frank, great. Karen did a great job, and I sent her an IM that I was tuned into the program. She started off with Connecticut groups, okay, but she did a great job. She'll be here in September, folks. She'll be here as a guest on a Thursday afternoon show, I think the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this group is from Branford, Connecticut. They had 2 overall releases. First, in 1956, on the Fran Will label. Then this one on Dominic Rodina's and Jimmy Chris's Ron Chris label, okay? And it was out of West Haven, Connecticut. This is arranged by Jimmy Chris, and it features the lead singer here of Dick Arnold, okay, who also had a single on this label back in 1961. And in 1964, he would join the Five Satins and the Restless Hearts and sang lead on their tune called No One Knows, which came out on the Sammy record label. This did chart regionally. This was a number 10 record on WNHC in New Haven, Connecticut. I'm wondering, Mike Sate, in our YouTube chat room, if you found any of these locally where you are in Connecticut from October 1960. Here's a bonus track by The Ballads. The Ballads on Ron Chris Records, and the song is called Somehow. Here you go, a bonus track, The Ballads.
I'll find someone whose love is true, and somehow I'll find someone who's lonely too. Then I'll know how it feels to be loved, how it feels to be wanted by someone who cares. Someday there'll be arms waiting just for mine. And yes, for a thrill that is new. Come true.
Well, if you like ballads, that is a ballad as done by a group called The Ballads. Came out in October of 1960 on the Ron Chris record label. And that is, who did I say? That was Dick Arnold, the lead singer on that. The Ballads with Somehow is the name of the tune. Somehow Johnny G will get through this show. No, I will, as long as the copyright police don't tear me down. So that's why it's so important for you to subscribe to the Vinyltreasure show. We continue. Let's move into 1961 now. Fill a request for listener Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room, as he requested Chuck Jackson, or Charles Jackson, I guess. He would leave the Dell Vikings for a solo career, I think maybe, 1959, I think, possibly, signing with the Clock label, recording under his original name, which was Charles Jackson. Now, Gary requested his third single for the Clock label, which came out in August of 1960, but it would be re-released in March of 1961 on Belltone Records, which is how I have it. And the flip side, I think, is also a B-side of his second release on the Clock label, called Hula Love. But anyway, this is by request for Gary McClendon from March, and I'm featuring the March 61 press, okay, on Belltone Records, and it's as Chuck Jackson versus Charles Jackson. And the song is called Mr. Pride. This is for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Gary, for you.
If I were to ask you to come by my side, even though I have often lied, would you try to comfort and ease my pain? Would you pour your thoughts upon me like rain, knowing I feel a deep sense of shame? Would it be wrong to ask you once again to love me, want me? Don't try to decide now, just push Mr. Pride aside. Whoa. I'll not say you won't shed any tears, for I know it's too hard to shake off your fears. Darling, I promise this, I'll be true now. It's the very thing I want to do. So let's try again. Forget what has passed. This time we're gonna win. We're gonna make our love last, 'cause we still need each other and all we've denied. So let's push Mr. Pride aside. Ooh, baby, 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 Mr. Pride aside.
Okay, the great Chuck Jackson there, going out to Gary McClendon, who's in our YouTube chat room. That originally released as Charles Jackson on Clock Records from 1960. I have the 1961 press on Belltone Records as Chuck Jackson, a song entitled Mr. Pride for Gary McClendon. And let us continue here. And this record, although this record released in 1989, this is a request for listener Ronnie Sherman, who is all done. The school year is done, so Ronnie, you don't need to drive the bus anymore. So we're going to send this one out to the students that Ronnie was driving during the school year. okay, kind of relates to this. Maybe they've all graduated. And this is a great group, okay, out of Brockton, Massachusetts, recorded for Frank Papalardo's Casa Grande label, which is out of Woburn. Said that right? You Massachusetts folks? Woburn, Massachusetts. And this was this record recorded back in 1960, and somebody put it out, okay, in 1989. A tune co-written by the lead singer. He was a big guy. His name was Big John Croft. He's the lead singer. They first recorded as the Blends, okay, with two releases I think they had on the Casa Grande label in 1960. This one came out. Somebody put this record out by them, and it's a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. They were known as the Fabulous Blends on this release, and the song is called Graduation Time for Ronnie Sherman. Here you go, Ronnie, for you, the Fabulous Blends.
Graduation time is here once again.
Congratulations on your graduating night.
Graduation.
Your future will be gay and bright.
Graduation.
Sure glad to be with you tonight.
Graduation.
On your graduating night.
Graduation.
Congratulations, you deserve it all the way.
Graduation.
I know that this is your most happiest day.
Graduation.
Cast all your sorrows and troubles all away.
Graduation.
On your graduating day.
Graduation.
As you walk through life, seeking happiness you strive. I hope your future will always be gay and bright. May the good Lord guide you through oncoming years. Graduation time is here. Congratulations on your graduating night.
Graduation.
I hope your future will be gay and bright.
Graduation.
Sure glad to be with you tonight.
Graduation.
On your graduating night.
That one there going out to listener Ronnie Sherman. That is the sound of the Blends. Actually, they were known as the Fabulous Blends on this 1989 release, although they recorded this sometime in 1960 based on the Matrix numbers. That is Big John Croft on lead, a song entitled Graduation Time. And he sends that one out to the students that he drives into school every day. Is now relaxing. Ronnie, you picking up any records on your travels? Maybe you are. Anyway, Johnny G here for a Sunday evening. Thank you all for tuning into the program. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. If you do have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure Show, if I have the 45, it fits the format, I'll feature it here. Email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Let us continue now. We are in the 1960 block. And I added this to the mix, another bonus track, as we head out to Los Angeles, California. Now, I don't know if anybody would ever want to be called the Lions. Okay, sounds a little harsh, but that's what this group was known as. And this came out on Leon Renee's Rendezvous Records. Now, the group included members from the West Coast Chimes and also the Youngsters. Okay. Now this features Horace Wooten on lead. This is arranged by Renee Hall, and this is a bonus track here. This is from January of 1960. I found this in the wild for a quarter. It was interesting. A guy pulls up with a big, one of those trucks you could rent, and it was, what are they called? U-Hauls? Yeah, U-Haul truck. So in it are boxes, and so because I asked the guy, this was at the 303 Drive-In over in Orangeburg, New York, the 303 Drive-In. It's not there. Well, I think the facade is there of the Drive-In. So I said to him, "You have any 45s back there?" Because I saw some of those tomato boxes, with the tops, and the other boxes were all closed up. So he says, "Yeah, I do have some. I have sheet music. I have 45s, and he called them movie stills. So I guess those are, the pictures that they would send to the movie theaters that they would put, like when you walk into the entrance of the movie theater, they'd have them there, and you see these scenes in the movie." So I was like, "Do you have any horror any horror pictures in there?" He goes, "I think we got them all in there." So I kind of got excited. He was like, "Well, it's like 10 cents a picture." So and some of them, they were in wrappers, and they had like 20 of them in there, 20 pictures. So there were all these pictures that were dating back to the 40s. And I don't know, they had to be originals. I don't know. I said, "Where are the records?" So he pulls them out, and they're all mixed, and they're all in like these cool factory sleeves. So of course I'm looking for the ones that are like brown sleeves, and I'm seeing these things on deluxe. So there were things like the Guy Tones, stuff on deluxe and King, and then it was a mixture of 70s. So I think I had $150. They were a quarter a piece. So I took as many as I could, and then I had to leave. Okay, but this was one of the records that was in there. It was pretty cool. But this group is known as the Lions. Okay, the Lions. It features Horace Wooten on lead. Came out in January of 1960, and it's a bonus track. It's called Two Timing Lover. Here are the Lions, a bonus pick from Johnny G. Here you go. Okay, folks, that is a bonus track by Johnny G, a group called The Lions. The Lions from January 1960. That's on Leon Renee's Rendezvous label, a song entitled Two Timing Lover. Of course, this group would have later releases on Imperial and on Everest and on the Mac 4 label. I have all those records in the collection. As I mentioned, I run thousands of labels. I was collecting everything in the Kreider book, and these were records that were included there. Some on the cheap, some not so cheap. That one was on the cheap. This one was on the cheap. I found it in the wild when I was looking for records. It was always fun when I was younger, looking for records at the garage sales and whatnot. But this group hails from Odessa, Texas, and it's a request for listener Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania. The lead singer of this group was a teacher at the Black Shira Junior High School, in Odessa, and he recruited 4 of his students, who loved to sing and backed him up on the recordings here. And Roy Orbison heard them sing and brought them over to Monument Records. Now, the group recorded this Roy Orbison and Joe Melson pen tune. The lead singer of the group, their teacher, his name was Virgil Johnson, and this is from August of 1961. This was the follow-up to their biggest hit, Tonight Could Be the Night. Here are the Velvets on Monument for Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania. The song is called Lana. Here you go, Tim, for you.
Oh, beautiful Lana, I told her my mama and my dad what I had. You are the sweetest and the neatest little girl in the world. Oh, Lana, oh, Lana, don't make me blue. Oh, Lana, don't you know I love you? Oh, beautiful Lana, don't you know that I wanna hug and kiss you and let you know that I miss you while we're apart. Oh, my heart, all it can say is
That's August 1961 release there for the Velvets. The Velvets on the Monument record label. That tune called Lana features Virgil Johnson on lead. They do great records, the Velvets there. And the unfortunate thing is that Virgil Johnson, he passed away on February 24th of 2013 at the age of 77, but remember him here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one they're going out to Tim Doyle in Pennsylvania. Let us continue now. In 1961, fill request for new listener, and thank you for your email. New listener over in the UK. His name is Richard Fines. And he emailed me today. I quickly scanned the email, and he asked me if I could feature an early side by this Detroit act, Nathaniel Mayer and the Fabulous Twilights. So I will feature their debut single, recorded for Devorah Brown's Fortune record label out of Detroit. Now, he was 16 or 17 years old when he recorded this. I don't know if this was recorded in the late 50s and then they released it later on, but the record was released in September of 1961. Of course, Nathaniel Mayer had the biggest hit on the Fortune label. You may know the song called Village of Love. That was the label's biggest record. Okay, and he had it, Nathaniel Mayer and the Fabulous Twilights. But anyway, he remained with the label through 1966, but this was his debut single. And this is going out to UK listener Richard Fines. From September 61, Nathaniel Mayer on Fortune Records. It's called My Last Dance with You. Here you go, Richard, for you. Nathaniel Mayer and the Fabulous Twilights.
Am I dancing with you for the last time? Am I holding you close for the last time? Why have you grown so bold? Or have I've been too bold? You know, darling, I love you with all my heart and soul. Am I dancing my last dance with you? I wanna know. Am I dancing with you, darling, for the last time? Am I holding you close, darling, for the last time? For love is oh so strange. And darling, you're driving me insane. And you leave my heart in pain. Tell me, what am I gonna do, darling? Am I dancing my last dance with you? When I walk you home to your door, I would break down and cry if you said goodbye. Am I dancing my last dance with you? I wanna know. No, I wanna know.
That's September 1961 release there for Nathaniel Mayer and the Fabulous Twilights, the debut single on the Fortune label out of Detroit, going out to UK listener Richard Fines. My Last Dance with You is the name of the tune. Johnny G not dancing tonight. Maybe some of you were dancing earlier in the program, but let us continue. Maybe we're going to dance with this tune. A request for listener L.A. Arch. Actually, both sides of this next 45 were requests for this week. The flip side of this 45 for Jim Lampley in Texas, as both sides of this 45 were written by William McCorkle, produced by Lou Stallman, who also wrote tunes for Rosemary Clooney, Dion and the Belmonts, and Perry Como. And the other producer is Sid Jacobson, who not only dabbled in the music industry, but he also worked on for Harvey Comics in the 1950s. So how do you go from comics? I know how you can collect comics to records, but how do you go from like drawing comics, I think, to writing songs? That's a pretty big leap. But anyway, but first up, so I'll play both sides of this record. First up, we're going to listen to a request for L.A. Arch, okay, which is the intended A side. And this was a pick hit on WNHC in New Haven, Connecticut. Here are Ty Stewart and the Jokers on the Amy label. Came out in August of 61. The A side is called Young Girl. Then we're going to flip it over for the B side, which is called Here I Am. And it is so Here I Am is for Jim Lampley in Texas, and Young Girl is for L.A. Arch. Here you go from August 61. Ty Stewart and the Jokers. Young Girl up first. Here you go.
Young girl, young girl, oh young girl, I only know I love you so. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now just because we're young and our hearts are free, that's no reason you should take your love from me. Just remember, dear, before you change your mind, we have pledged our love till the end of time. But I know, darling, I love you so. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Even though we're young and teenage at heart, that's no reason we should have to ever part. Just remember that you pledged your love to me. We will be together till eternity. But I know, darling, I love you so. You should be ashamed. Love is not a game, no, no. Love is not a game. Oh no, oh young girl, young girl.
Okay, there you go. That is the B-side there, as requested by Jim Lampley in Texas. That's the sound of Ty Stewart and the Jokers from August 1961. That's on the Amy label. Here I Am is the name of the tune. And prior to that, we heard the request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room, a song entitled Young Girl. That was the pick hit on WNHC in New Haven, Connecticut from August 61. Ty Stewart and the Jokers on the Painted On Amy labels, and cheapo for Amy Malabelle with all the money they made. Put it on real vinyl and put a label on that one, not let this crappy styrene stuff. You know, Johnny G hates styrene 45s anyway. Let us continue here. And here is a bonus pick. Okay, this singer from born Melvin Moore in Houston, Texas. I featured him. It was a couple of weeks ago. I featured him when I played a request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro by the Velvet's a couple of weeks ago. I played a cover he did talking about Johnny Flamingo. And this is on a label called Diadon. So it was interesting. I used to get lists from what's his name? Blackburn. Was that his name? I can't remember his name. Last name was Blackburn, I think, is his last name. I had it in my mind. I was going to tell you. So I would call him. He was either in Dick Blackburn. That is correct. Dick Blackburn. He was either in California or he was here in Connecticut. I think he was originally from Connecticut, and then he went out to California. And he would send me some lists, and he had some cool records, stuff he would find out in California. And this was one of them, and it was on the cheap. Okay, this is from April of 61. This is a bonus track. This is a Johnny Flamingo on the Diadon, Diadon records, and the song is called All Aboard. This is a bonus track. Here you go, Johnny Flamingo.
All aboard, all aboard. Yes, we were parting with just those words. Now, my darling, I'm so lonely. I'd be happy if only you hadn't heard the words. All aboard, all aboard was really goodbye. You didn't know it, dear, but I wanted to cry. You were leaving for a vacation. I had the strange sensation that I'd lose you to some other guy. And now as I read your letter, oh baby, the first words that I see, you're telling me that you have found another love. And would I please set you free? Girl, all aboard was really goodbye. You didn't know it, dear, how it hurt me inside as I held you for the last time and felt your sweet lips on mine. Then you went away when the man said all aboard. Girl, I lost you with the words all aboard. Well, you went away when the man said all aboard.
Okay, there's a bonus track there by Johnny Flamingo. That is a cool. Listen, what do you think of that record? Johnny G picked that record out of California, Diodon Records from April 1961. Johnny Flamingo, All Aboard. Well, let's get all aboard and congratulate Jessica Stanley. Congratulations, Jessica, of you being a great grandma to your grandson, Noah. Congratulations, Noah Samuel, and that's a happy occasion, I have to say. So thank you for telling us all in the chat room. We wish him the greatest of luck with your great grandson. So listen, hopefully he'll like this music. I hope so. We want to keep this music alive for your great grandson to tune into this. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and let's do a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Last week, I featured Jerry Landis for Delwood Jeff, a song called The Lone Teen Ranger. You know, I watched another Western on Saturday. I forget what it was because MeTV has all these Westerns on one after another. And it was with, this one had, it wasn't Steve McQueen. It was the, Clint Eastwood was in it. So, you know, he was there and all these rugged guys with their cowboy hats on. I forget what series he was in, but it was there. And they were like threatening each other. It was the Wild Wild West, I guess. But anyway, we're going to flip the 45 over, a request for listener Daryl Letts for the B-side here. This is also a song he wrote, and I think he also produced it. Jerry Landis, a.k.a. Paul Simon. This one from November 62. This is the flip side to The Lone Teen Ranger. It's on Amy Records. The song is called, it's a girl's name. It's called Lisa. This is for Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Daryl, for you.
Lisa, oh Lisa, I wrote you a letter today. Lisa, oh Lisa, I had so much I wanted to say, so I got a paper and I got a pen. I started to write, then I started again, and I wrote you a letter of goodbye. Lisa, this hurts me just as much as it hurts you. And Lisa, I'm sorry, but this is something I gotta do. Even though I love you and my heart says stay, my feet start moving and I gotta obey. Oh Lisa, this letter means goodbye. Oh, Lisa, try to understand. Lisa, I'm a restless man. I gotta ramble, I gotta roam. I can't have a house at home. Lisa, forget me. Though it hurts, you gotta try. Promise me, Lisa. Promise me that you won't cry. Oh, I'll think of you when the spring is here. I'll remember in the autumn of the year. Lisa, I love you, but I gotta move on. Please understand, oh Lisa.
Okay, that one there going out to Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room there. That is, I was going to say it is Paul Simon, but under the alias of Jerry Landis, a record song that he wrote and produced from November 62, the flip side of The Lone Teen Ranger on Amy Records, a song entitled Lisa. And yes, Amy does have a label. Wasn't particularly named after Amy, but it's just, for whatever reason, I forget why they called it Amy Malabelle, but there is a reason. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Sunday. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to the program, finding out about this show for the first time, why don't you become a member of the Vinyl Treasure Show community here and subscribe to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show? and you hear a lot of cool things here from your host, Johnny G. This is I don't know, who calls me the professor? L.A. Arch calls me the professor. I'm not a professor. I'm an amateur disc jockey, and they tell me, don't say you're amateur. You sound better than a lot of other people. No, you don't. I just, I don't know, because I guess I had to do presentations in my regular work. I was in the accounting field, and I retired a couple years ago, but I am now working as a caregiver for both of my elderly parents, and my sister here is now here in the house helping me a lot with that, so it gives me a little bit more time to play these records and put everything in order to bring you the tunes here every week here. This is our 4th show this week. Next week there'll be 3. I do want to get back to, I got some cool stuff. I want to really do this. Bill Obe left me with some information here, and I'll have to talk to Don Folletti about these relic lists here. Top 100, Don, of relic records here, going way back here. Okay, and the number 1 record on the, well, it says it's on the relic label. I don't have it on the relic label. I got it on the original label. Anyway, we won't talk about that. We'll just tease you a little bit. Anyway, let us continue here on a Sunday evening. We are now in the are we in 62 yet? Yes, we're moving into well, we are in 62. We started it with that Lisa tune here. But let's fill a request for Jack Saperstein. I know Jack Saperstein had this 45 at one time. Okay, and some of you may be familiar with a group from San Bernardino, California. They were known as the Pentagons. You familiar with the Pentagons? They recorded for the Fleet International label. They also recorded, that record would be picked up by Bob Keene's Donna label, a song called To Be Loved Forever. Well, the lead singer of that group, his name was Josephus Joe Jones. Okay, and his group was called the Pentagons, and they had a number of releases during their career. I think after Jamie Records, okay, they would record for the Philips label. They hooked up with record producer Buck Ram. You know Buck Ram. He produced managed the Platters amongst groups. I also think the Penguins, too, when they were at Mercury Records. But he was instrumental with this release coming out on the Philips label. And interesting that one of the guys in the group, either he smoked them or his uncle. I don't know. I've never smoked a Chesterfield. Okay, so that was a brand of cigarettes. I don't know how popular Chesterfields were, but they named themselves after the cigarette brand. They were known as the Chesterfields. And this features Joe Jones on lead. And this is by request for Jack Saperstein in New Jersey. Came out in August of 61 on Philips. The Chesterfields with A Dream Is But a Dream for Jack Saperstein. Here you go, Jack, for you.
A dream is but a dream without a lover. A kiss is just a kiss without each other. dream is but a dream without a lover. And you know, a kiss is just a kiss without each other.
Okay, there you go. That is the sound of the Chesterfields. The Chesterfields on the from August 1962, and that one they're going out to listener Jack Saperstein. That's on the Phillips record label. That's Josephus Joe Jones on lead. Of course, he was the lead singer of the Pentagons also. A Dream is Just a Dream. Hold on one second. I got to take the bat phone. Hello? Yes. No, I saw. But that was for him, yes. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Yes, that was my mother checking up on me to make sure that I played short shorts for Louis, as I did. Yes, I saw Louis in the chat room there. Charlene, what are you saying to me here? And, what do you... I did play his request. I said that. Louis, I did play your short shorts earlier in the program because I play the records by year. So it's not that difficult. So I play records by year, okay? So this show began in 1957, and then it went to 1958. So if you send me a song from 1958, you have to scroll back to the beginning of the show and you'll hear your request. You'll see it. Okay, I don't know if the AI allows you to pinpoint where it is, but there's a way to do that. Jazz Bell, you used to copy the, I think at one time or one of the shows, I don't know how to do it, that you can copy the, where in the video that the song actually points to. I think Sulevi sent me a thing about the a show yesterday. He thought that Lee Allen was on sax with that Johnny Egan's record that I played. Okay, and I didn't know. I said maybe it could be. I don't know, but yes, I did play Louis's request of the Royal Teens short shorts. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request for Bob Cruz in Maryland now. As Charlene, is this group, I don't know where you got the info. I want to see the information where it says that this group is from Chicago. Okay, because I always thought this was a West Coast label. I mean, it's possible, but I just, I'm not a teacher, but just thinking logically, I find it difficult that this group from Chicago, well, maybe it's not. Okay, Finer Arts Records is I think it's out of Los Angeles, California. Okay, and but she has that the group is from Chicago, so I don't know. But they're called the Fabulous Enchanters. The only reason why I say that is there could be other groups by the same name, and sometimes depending on who you ask, that's why I want to see the info. So if you can send me that or let me know after the tomorrow or whatever, I just want to be sure. But anyway, this one from November of 1962. They're called the Fabulous Enchanters. This is on Finer Arts Records, which is a label out of Los Angeles. And the song is called Something Blue. And this is going out to Bob Cruz in Maryland, the Fabulous Enchanters. Here we go.
Something blue, something new. The bride will be wearing when she says I do. Something borrowed, my heart that is true. Tonight she will marry somebody new. I am the lonely one, lonely and blue, because my lips can speak and say I love you. Why can't I tell my love how much I care? Why can't I be the one whose love she will share? Something new, something new. The bride will be wearing when she says I do. Something borrowed, my heart that is true. Tonight she will marry somebody new. When she walked down the aisle, I whispered goodbye. I tried so hard to smile, I wanted to cry. There goes the one I love, there goes my heart. I am the lonely one, my dreams fell apart. Something new, something new. The bride will be wearing when she says I do. Something borrowed, my heart that is true. Tonight she will marry somebody new. Something new, something new, something new, something new.
Okay, Charlene says I wrote for the flip side, so I have to go back and check. Because if I didn't get to this one today, Charlene, I'll double check to see on this, because I thought everybody on this label was out in California. Maybe I'm wrong. Fabulous Enchanters there from November 1962. It's on the Finer Arts label. Something Blue is the name of the tune. That one there going out to Bob Cruz in Maryland. As we continue here, we are in the 1962 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Delwood Jeff. And you might know this pianist. Okay, do you know who Dr. Feelgood and the Interns are? Well, Dr. Feelgood, he is originally from Hampton, Georgia, and his real name, Willie Lee Perryman, okay, but he recorded as Piano Red, okay, Piano Red, and I've played, well, he has some things dating back to the early 1950s for RCA, also recorded for Groove Records, a subsidiary of RCA. But then he would sign with OK Records. I don't know the circumstances for him changing his name to Dr. Feelgood, but he did. He had 6 releases on the label. Jeff requested his first, the tune written by the guitarist of the group. His name is Curtis Smith. The other members of his group were Roy Lee Johnson Jr. on guitar, Howard Hobbs on bass, Bobby Lee Tuggle on drums, Beverly Watkins on guitar, and Dr. Feelgood, of course, Piano Red on piano. This did chart on Billboard. This was a number 66 record on Billboard. Came out on OK Records. Let's go to January of 62. for Delwood Jeff, Dr. Feelgood and the Interns, and it's called Dr. Feelgood. You can call Johnny G this. Doesn't this show make you feel good? Yes, it should. Here you go, Delwood Jeff, for you.
Hey, all of you women, now don't come around unless you weigh around 400 pounds. I'm from way down home, and I don't dig giant bones. You got to be all right with me, because the doctor is really hard to please. Now you talk about women, I love them all. I love them big, and then I love them tall. But if you don't weigh what I want, baby, don't come around at all. You got to be all right with me, because the doctor is really hard to please. Now you talk about women, I love them all. I love them big, and then I love them tall. If you don't weigh what I want, baby, don't come around at all. Well, they call me the doctor in my neighborhood, but my baby, she called me, oh, Dr. Feelgood. Oh, you ever feel good? Have you ever feel good? Well, you talk about women, that's all I crave. I believe they're gonna take me to my grave. Good, 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 good. So good. So good. Good, 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 good.
Okay, there you go. That is the sound of Dr. Feelgood and the Interns. Okay, and that one they're going out to a Delwood Jeff. The song is called Dr. Feelgood, January 1962. That's his first of 6 for OK Records. Dr. Feelgood. Let us continue here. We are on the 1962 block. This is a bonus pick. This is an interesting record. This is on a label out of Salem, Virginia. Okay, the label was called Dominion Records. Okay, Dominion Records. And I found this 45 in Greg Surick's collection. And the interesting thing was the photograph. Okay, these are 1962 hairdos here, folks. You see, there you go. Okay, interracial group. And the interesting thing is, the group has great harmony on this. Really, really good. And I will talk about a little bit about it. Okay, the vocal group is the Monterey's. Okay, and I think they're local to Virginia, and they're backing up this singer by the name of Jimmy Martin. Now, the group's previously backed up a gal by the name of Sandra Patrick, I think in 1961, and this was their very next release. Okay, backing up Jimmy Martin. And, of course, the group would also have their own release on this label, which I do have. This is from October 62. This is a bonus track. Jimmy Martin and the Monterey's on Dominion Records. It's called How Long Does Heartbreak Last? A bonus pick. Here you go.
Someone
one day she went her way. How long does heartbreak last? The same old love story you've heard in the past. I love to die, someone to cry. How long does heartbreak last? How long does heartbreak last? How long? How long does heartbreak last? The same old love story you heard in the past. The same old love story you heard in the past.
That background sounds they want to sound like the Flamingos. I think they're trying to sound like the Flamingos, but they're not the Flamingos. They're called the Montereys. That one they're backing up Jimmy Martin, October '62 on the Dominion label. It's called "How Long Does Heartbreak Last" is the name of the tune. I don't have many records on this label, but anyway, and it's out of Salem, Virginia. And I got that out of Greg's collection here. Let us continue now, and let's fill a request now for listener John Engstrom. Last week we featured the flip side of this 45. It was by Chuck Carbo on Johnny Vincent's Ace record label. The side I played was called "Out on a Limb." Okay, and no, it was not a bonus, Charlene. And John also requested the flip side of the 45. This tune written by Claude and Hank Carbo. Who are they? Who's Claude and Hank Carbo, Charlene? This is his second of two from October 1962. Here is Chuck Carbo. Of course, he was a member of the Spiders, one of the lead singers of the Spiders. Chuck Carbo on Ace Records for John Engstrom. The song is called "Cuttin' Out." Here you go, John, for you.
Walking to the railroad station, gonna catch that 608. Oh yes. Walking to the railroad station, gonna catch that 608. Going to California, boys, I gotta cross that Golden Gate. I'm gonna leave New Orleans, cause everybody's getting on relief. Oh yes. I'm gonna leave New Orleans, cause everybody's getting on relief. Gonna leave this poor man land before I won't be able to leave. Going back to San Francisco, cause I left my heart back there. Whoa, 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 Hollywood and LA, Sacramento, I don't wanna go there. Going back to San Francisco, cause my baby, she's waiting for me there. Now I can hear that 608, I can hear a whistle around the bend. Whoa, and it won't be long before my troubles will be at end. Going back to San Francisco, never, never, never leave again. Now I'm aboard that 608, she's starting to move down the line. Whoa, I came by a breadcrumb, I don't have a lousy dime. As soon as I see that Golden Gate, I'm gonna leave the 608 and run home.
Daniel, you are correct. I didn't play the flip side here on this program. I played the flip side on the Soul Show on Wednesday because it's like a soul tune on the flip side there. And I knew that when I checked out the record, I knew I had this pulled for John all ready to play. But he had this on his list, October 63, by Chuck Carbo, Cutting Out on Ace. So I didn't play for John. It was a bonus. Charlene is correct. She just didn't put that it was on Wednesday. Anyway, that was the deal with this record. But that is Chuck Carbo from 63. We are in the 1963 block, and this is the Collector Corner record of the week, or I should say of the night. I played one last night. Was the flip side of Bohemian Daddy last night. But this is from 1963, and this record had no chance to make it in 63 because it sounds too much like an earlier 50s record. That's the whole thing with this. So it was doomed from the start. But this label is out of Chicago. Okay, let's see. The group recording in 1959 for the Profile label. When several of the members were called into the military service, the group broke up. Okay, and then 2 years later, they reformed the group, and the result was this release on the Salem label. It features Claude Little June Johnson on lead. Boy, did he grow up from those early sides as Little June and the Januaries. But here they are, Little June and the Januaries. This is the B-side of the 45 from April 63 on Salem Records, and the song is called Hello. This is the Collector Corner record of the night. Here you go, folks. Okay, that's the Collector Corner record of the night there. That is the sound of Little June and his Januaries on the Salem label out of Chicago. April 1963 release, Hello, is the name of the tune. Maybe we'll have a burger later if we get some time. We'll play the burger side, but I got to get these other requests in. Let's fill a request now for listener Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room. He wants to send this one out to all you chatters there in the YouTube chat room and your host, Johnny G. Now, this singer is out of Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, and the group is called Johnny Greco and the Vandells is the name of the group. Now, according to Fred Bond, this is not the Johnny Greco that recorded as Johnny Jack, okay? He was out of, I think, Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. But this Johnny Greco used to sing polkas, so he wanted to try his hand at more of a kind of like a rock and roll record or into the more contemporary sound. So this was his first attempt, and it's a song he wrote, and this is on a label called Far-Mel Records, which is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is by request, a rare 45 from Mike Sape, going out to all you chatters from 1963. Let's give a listen to Johnny Greco and the Vandells. The song is called Gloria. Here you go, Mike, for you. Okay, there you go. Johnny Greco and the Vandells going out to listener Mike Sape in our YouTube chat. And that's not the Rocket Ride guy. No, it's not. It's a different guy. I'm telling you, it's not the same. The flip side is an instrumental. It's not a vocal on the flip of this. They got the wrong thing on YouTube, too. I don't know how they did that. But anyway, 1963, that's on Far-Mel Records out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This singer is out of Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Gloria is the name of the tune. Those are chicks backing them up, too, on that one. Let us move on here, and we are in the 1963 block, and here is a bonus track as we go back to Chicago, Illinois now, to Bill Ehrman's Cortland Records, as for this group, I guess we'll call it a duo. Okay, they're known as the Star Brothers, but they're really Donald Jenkins and Ronnie Strong. Both of them were also members of the Fortunes, who recorded back in 1955 on the Checker label, and also recorded as Rico and Ronnie in 62 on Checker, and probably, Donald Jenkins, and I think he was in the group also, most known, I guess the biggest song they had was a tune called Elephant Walk, okay, as Donald and the Daylighters. But here was their first of three as the Star Brothers on Cortland Records, and this charted number 40 on WHK in Cleveland, Ohio, from January 63. This is a bonus track. The Star Brothers on Cortland. Do we have any Don Juans in Johnny G's audience tonight? We'll send this one out to all the Don Juans. Here are the Star Brothers with Don Juan. Here you go, a bonus track.
It must have been fun to make a fool out of Don Juan. And though I had a lot of girls, oh yeah, I'm no longer Don Juan, Don Juan, Don Juan, Don Juan, no longer Don Juan. Had me some girls, I played the part for the Duke of Earl. They used to call me the Candy Man, Candy Man. I'm no longer Don Juan, Don Juan, Don Juan, Don Juan, no longer Don Juan, Don Juan, no longer Don Juan. A little fool, they're landing at me. Ha 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 ooh. And
Okay, that's a bonus track there going out to all my Don Juans in my YouTube chat room. Got a lot of Don Juans there. The Star Brothers, that is Donald Jenkins and Ronnie Strong, January 63 release there on the Cortland label. Don Juan is the name of the tune. Maybe three. I got two records to go here, two requests. Maybe I'll flip over this girl group thing because it's a cool flip side also. But let's fill a request now for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Got a girl group sound. I think this is out of this label, Domain Records, is out of California, and this label, I think. Let me see. I think this is really Cheryl Townsend. Okay, this song also came out on the Council. Well, no, the flip side did, Charlene. This is the wrong title. This is the wrong title. She copied the flip side. If I'm gonna, when I play the flip side, I'll do it. So, this is from March of '63. This is Florence and the Nightingales, and I think it's I think this is Cheryl Townsend on lead. No, the flip side came out on the. I'm pretty sure on the Council label, but I don't know if this side's on Council too. But anyway, it's Florence and the Nightingales, came out in March of '63. This is on Domain Records, and this is going out to Adrian Viterbo. It's called In Your Loving Care is the name of the tune. Here you go, Adrian, for you. Florence and the Nightingales, for Adrian.
We very seldom marry the person one we love. Our lives are ruled by a power, yes, a power from up above. Most of our burdens are very hard to bear, but I've tried, dear Lord, I've tried. I swear, dear Lord, I swear, but we can always place ourselves, dear Lord, in your loving care. Oh, dear Lord, in your loving care. You wanted to marry, we were very young. I said no, our lives have just begun. But now I see just how wrong I was. But since I lost you, I just don't know what to do. We very seldom marry the first one we love. But we can always place ourselves, dear Lord, in your loving care. Dear Lord, in your loving care. Dear Lord, in your loving care.
Okay, there you go. Girl group sounds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So here's the deal with this record. Okay, this is Florence and the Nightingales. I think that's Cheryl Townsend on lead. Okay, this record released in March of 1963 on the Domain label, which is out of Los Angeles, California. The song is called, not what Charlene's got on here. She's copied the wrong thing. It's called In Your Loving Care is the name of the tune. Now, this was their first record. They would have two releases, okay, on the Council label, okay, also, but they would change their name to the Crayons, all right? And they had a release in June of 63, and they had a release in September of 1963. Now, as the Crayons, with their, I guess we'll call it their second release, there was a song called Touch Me Mama, backed with this song, Crazy Dream, as the flip. That was their second release. And then they would have another one, which I have, I Saw You and Love at First Sight. That's a good record also. And they're not cheap either. But we're going to flip over, we're going to flip the 45 over, give a listen to the up-tempo side here, that you can also get as the Crayons. But it first came out as Florence and the Nightingales, and came out in March of 63. So this is a bonus track on Domain Records. It's called Crazy Dream, is what I have all the time. Here we go. A bonus track, and then we're going to close the show with one more.
Every night I go to bed with my pillow stuck over my head. I didn't want to go to sleep. I know just what my dreams would be. Baby, I dreamed that you still that can do me any harm. Just as long as I'm by your side, oh, I'm the happiest woman alive. But oh, I said I know it's just a crazy dream. Every night I go to bed with my pillows tucked over my head. I didn't want to go to sleep. I know just what my dreams would be. Baby, I can bet you still love me, just like it used to be. But oh, I know it's just a crazy dream. Turn me loose, set me free. I can't stand this misery. Turn me loose, yeah, let me be. You don't love me, I can see, because of I said I know. Yeah, it's just a crazy dream. It's just a crazy dream. It's just a crazy dream.
Listen, that must be Connie Francis's guitar player, would you say? That sounded like the lipstick on your collar riff in Connie Francis's tune there. It was a big hit, that Neil Sedaka pen tune. But there you go. That's a bonus track. Florence and the Nightingales, Crazy Dream is the name of the tune from March 1963. That's on Domain Records. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show on this Sunday edition. Want to thank you all for tuning into the program this evening. And if you have a request you might like to make here on a future Vinyl Treasure Show, please consider emailing me at vinyltreasures@aol.com, or any other tidbits you like to ask Johnny G. When I get my, I still have to make the appointment for my cataract surgery because I can't see. Charlene had notes on there, and I couldn't see them at all. So that is a problem, starting to become a problem here. And I won't be able to bend down to pick up the 45s for a little bit. So maybe it'll be a question and answer thing. I'll let you know ahead of time if you have any questions for Johnny G. I'm not going to say that I would answer everything, but make it about records, okay, in general. But that would be a cool thing to do. But anyway, so I want to thank everybody for tuning into the program this evening. Again, as I said, I'll be back on Wednesday evening beginning at 9 p.m. We'll be here on YouTube and also on oldiesandmoreradio.com, and that'll be the Soul Show, so you can send your requests to myself for those records too. We got a whole bunch of records to play here, and I guess we have a whole lot of time, but you know, Johnny G, very busy guy, but I always make time for this program here because this is the only time I get to hear my 45s. So thank you all for tuning in this evening, and all your emails and your subscriptions and everything else. It's so important to Johnny G. Thank you, Charlene, for your help. And we're going to close the show tonight with a request for Wayne Pigna in Gillette, New Jersey. Okay, requested this group the group, I don't know where they were from, okay, but they recorded as Gary and the Nightlights. Of course, Gary and the Nightlights, okay, would later record for the Acta label as the American Breed. But first, they recorded for Prima Records as Gary and the Nightlights. I think this is their first of two on the label. Yeah, first of two. And the lead singer of the group, his name is Gary Loizzo. I think that's how you pronounce it, Loizzo. And of course, he was the lead singer of the American Breed. You know, bend me, shape me any way you want me. You can't do that. But anyway, so this is from July of 1964, our closer tonight for Wayne Pigna. This is Gary and the Nightlights on Prima Records. It's called I Can't Love You Anymore. That is our closer. Thank you, folks. Here, hope you enjoyed the show. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube page and give Johnny G a thumbs up if you dig what you heard. Here you go. Wayne, for you, Gary and the Nightlights, our closer. So long, everybody.